What is going on, guys? It's Shu here, bringing you another review on Fire Force. Now, this episode, I gotta say, was actually really good. We got some good old shine on our boy Vulcan, as well as Lisa and you. We kind of see them, just kind of coasting by, but now they get the moment to get not only redemption, I would say, well, revenge, or I guess another go at Giovanni, but I was really needed. But we also get to see a little bit more of his backstory, and I am actually thankful that we got to see it. So, without further ado, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to check us out on Sunday. We will be having the Weeb Gathering on Facebook still, so make sure to check out that on my Facebook page, Jay Gilletta. We will be doing that, so I do want to plug that a little more often, guys, because honestly, I would love to have you guys come on down to the Facebook page and just kind of chat with us. So, it would be great. But anyway, let's get to it. So we start the episode with seeing a huge scream, and it's coming from you. And of course, the battle that we got last week with Charon and Ogun was a great fight. I think that's still a fight that I want to revisit for many more times, because it's just such a good fight in my opinion, and I really enjoyed it. But here we see the continuation of that. We see that they're still having to deal with Charon and the issue that we have with Vulcan in the group. And we're going to try to divide that. We're going to focus our attention to both of them. But let's start off with the least of of showtime of them on this episode. That being the main group. We don't see them very much. We have little moments here and there. And we have them having to deal with Charon. We see the lieutenant still trying to take him down. He's using his barrels that are like holding him down, and he talks about Kamea. Actually, again, I'm going a little ahead of myself, but I wanted to break this review up by talking about the two groups. And he talks about how Kamea was someone that from the beginning has suffered with the voices, and that only with the purification of the great cataclysm that it's going to be something that'll free her. So we see that his motives is Hamea. He wants to be able to free her from her pain that she is feeling ever since she was young. But we also see that everyone else is still trying to take down the infernals that are right there. So honestly, good for them. But that's really all we see of the group, other than the fact that we got to see them talking or hearing what's been going on with the situation. And then, of course, the main thing is that we see the group in the Matarazzo. They're trying to get to their destination. And we see that Arthur, which honestly, I'm a little annoyed, but I understand setting him up for something else. We have him getting separated from the group. He actually gets distracted by an insect, and he then forgets everyone's there, and he's by himself. And had Arthur been there, this would have been a different fight, but I'm glad in a sense, because this gave Lisa the opportunity to face on Giovanni. And honestly, he was a character that I had forgotten that he was even in this series, because we only saw him that one time and he just kind of fizzled out, and he just reappears now in the most dumbest times, I guess. But I understand, he actually explains a bit of Vulcan's past, which, his family, and somehow, he has been watching over them for a long time. So it's kind of wild to think about how old Giovanni actually is, and what he actually is to be revealed to be an insect. It's insane. He's an insect, and he's able to control other insects, and kind of like, I don't know, it makes me think of like this like bug wielder. Like, honestly, that's kind of what he makes it think of. But they try to take him out, and it's not very successful. But we see that once they regroup, initially they try to like use sound waves to kind of disrupt the bugs, and it doesn't work. And then we see the other way that they try to like destroy Giovanni. This gives Lisa the chance to kind of like showcase her skills, because we know Vulcan isn't a fighter, but she is. And we also have you getting bit by an insect, and he starts like tripping out. And they think that there's two ways of taking down the insect from controlling you, and therefore they tried to destroy the host, which in this case is Giovanni, and they struggle. And then by the end of it, though, like, we see them figuring out that there were mechanical bees that were dancing and destroying them. And as they destroy them, we see that in reality, even though they destroyed the main body that Giovanni had, we see that he actually becomes even inside of you. Like, he put himself into you's body as an insect, and we see him transforming into an infernal, which is insane. Like, it's kind of wild. And by the end of this episode, we see how you has the key, and of course this all interconnecting to what's about to happen. Like, we see the other group freaking out that the end is near, and then with this group we see how now the end is close, with the possessed you having the key in his hands and about to open the door. So overall, a wild, crazy, action-packed episode, and I really enjoyed it. So we'll see what happens in the next one, but overall it's getting really good. But that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to like, and I'll catch you